Slava Jezus Christus, Slava Navika, glory be to Jesus Christ, glory be forever. This is Father Basil Malovany again, doing another podcast. Hope everyone's doing well wherever they're listening from today. So, in the past few weeks, I've been talking about the sacraments, about the commandments, about our church teachings, the gifts of the Holy Spirit, and stuff like that. And today I want to start talking about what is called the vices that we have in this life. Some people call it the deadly sins. You might have heard the 7 deadly sins, although in our tradition, I'm going to be talking about 8 of them. And you can call them whatever you want, but they are those temptations, those sinful actions, thoughts that we have that really prevent us from fulfilling our Christian duties. And causing us to be more worldly, causing us to be more away from God and not serving God the way we should. And the first of these vices I'm going to talk about is gluttony. Now, when we hear the word gluttony, we often think of overeating, someone who's overweight, obese, and that could be part of it. We need to control, as I said a few days ago, talking about temperance, and temperance is the opposite of gluttony, so we should practice temperance instead of gluttony. But gluttony is more than just eating too much food. Gluttony is having too much, period. Our possessions, this too much pride, too much power. We want to control people. Gluttony means that we have more than what we really need in this life. Okay? It's as simple as that. Of course, we eat to live. We need to eat healthy. We need to have food in order to survive. That's how God made us on this earth, to live, to have energy, to eat the good things of this earth, whether it be fruits or vegetables, meat, milk products, whatever we have to eat, grains. All those things help us in our day-to-day lives. Of course, we need the food to eat. But of course, gluttony means we are overindulging. We are eating way more than we need. That we are eating way more, drinking or whatever it may be. Gluttony means overindulging. That's basically what it is, okay? So it could be eating too much, it could be drinking alcohol too much, using drugs when we shouldn't be using them. All those things cause us to not serve the Lord the way we should. God is number one in our lives, and food and drink and drugs and alcohol should not be number one in our lives. Okay, that's the point of being temperate. The practice, the temperance, which I talked about a few days ago. Temperance means that we control our passions, that we are controlling our thoughts, that we are controlling the things of this earth, that we are not using the things of this earth beyond what is necessary. Okay? Remember, we have to share with one another too. There's so many people in this world who don't have what we have here in North America. There's so many people in this world who do not have the same resources we have, and to be gluttons, to be to waste the resources, to use more than we need, is really sinful, and we have to be very, very careful and how we use the resources that we have. When we are hungry, we eat what we have, of course. We have appetites, we have hunger pains. We eat, hopefully we can eat healthy, and eat a healthy diet. But of course we eat what we have in front of us, and we have to remember that food is temporary. Our bodies are temporary. It is our souls that are immortal. Our souls are the ones that are going to be judged by God, by Jesus at the last judgment. And, he's going to judge us for how we lived our lives. So if all we do is feast every day, party every day, eat and drink and excess, and all we worry about is food and drink and to satisfy our vices, to satisfy our bodily needs, to get pleasure, which I'll be talking about later, the sexual sin of lust, I'll be talking about another time. All those things are not healthy for us, okay? They're not healthy for us if we use it in excess. If all we think about is food, if all we think about is drink, and all we think about is how to live the good life, how to have as much as we can in this world, then we really are not doing God's will. And there's to prove this point, there's that gospel story you might remember where there's this rich man, and he had so much grain he had nowhere to store it. So he tore all his old bins down and built new buildings to store all his grain. And then he said, I'm going to eat and feast and all, the rest of my life. I have so much to party the rest of my life, basically. And God said, you fool. This very day your life will be taken from you, because all you're worried about is earthly things. You're not serving God the way you're supposed to be. So we have to really think about that parable, that story that Jesus said. If we only worry about food and drink and the things of this earth and not serving God, then we have to think about that and change our attitude. We have to change the way we live our life. All right. So anyways, this is a short little podcast I do today about the sin of gluttony. God bless you. Talk to you soon.